Hello, welcome family once again to Mind Aligned. Yes, it's your host today. I know you guys are surprised, but yes, it's me, your host today, Olajide Apata, and I have with me here my co-host, Mr. Shei, and we have a special guest for you guys, which I'll also introduce after introducing the topic. So today we decided to bring a very interesting topic to the table for discussion: family pressure. Family pressure, everybody has gotten a taste of family pressure. And now we're not just looking at family pressure, we are also going into the hidden struggles of the Nigerian, in brackets, African youths. So today is going to be interactive because we have a guest. So to my left, we have a beautiful, amazing, special individual. I'm also going to introduce her name, but she would also do a proper introduction of herself. So we have Mrs. Khadijat Owolade. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Shea. Thank you for having me tonight. And I just believe that we'll be having a very good interaction in tonight's program.
Thank you. That's very good. That's very good. So, Mr. Shei, please, you can introduce yourself.
As you all know me, man, my name is Ogunlekele Aloshe for me. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. Very good. So the topic today, family pressure, is something that everyone has experienced one way or the other. We have, unfortunately, talking about family pressure, I'm the one who is not in, should I say, the family way yet. So I wouldn't have so much to contribute, but my two, special individuals here will have a lot to contribute today. So I would like to start with our beautiful guest here. So please, can you tell us what you understand by family pressure?
Mr. Jide, I actually wanted to cut you short when you were saying you are the only person that is not yet in the family. Were you not pressurized at
Oh yeah, Milenu.
Okay, we'll get to that.
It's a simple question. Were you not pressurized at the
Just little pressure.
little.
Little pressure.
Now, what you want study, you study. I wonder.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So please tell us what family pressure means to you, or your understanding of family pressure.
I actually believe that family pressure has to do with expectation from youth, from teenagers, and even from little children. Our parents expect so many things from us. So what are those expectations? What are their reasons for expecting those particular things from us? That's just what family pressure is, when it's coming from your immediate family members. Or at times I could say, okay, it extends to certain what's it called?
Extended family members.
When you have your uncles, you have your aunties living around you, they also want to mount family pressure on you. So in the course of discussion, we'll throw more light on those things.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah. So I need to ask my boss here too, Mr. Shei. So please tell us, family pressure, to your understanding, give us a little shade on that, or in that area, family pressure.
Don't let lie. Since the day you're born, it just be like a script is being written for your life, for a script being written by your parents for you to just follow. That's the way I see it. Because your parents will tell you, oh, eat this food, dress like this, study this thing in school. That's kind of what everybody actually face. And I don't believe it's supposed to be like that. That's the only cogent thing I can say about family prayer.
No, very good.
Are you trying to tell me that including the food you eat is family pressure?
If your mother don't have, you want to eat turkey, they don't give you turkey. What are you eating? Go and eat that fish. Are you not going to eat?
That one is contentment. It's not pressure.
Contentment.
Yes.
Chineke. Okay, if you speak that way, I may not see it that way, but to me, sometimes you want to do something. As I don't think a young person should have, because you are still growing, you are learning from anything around you. But when you're talking about contentment, materially contentment is supposed to start with you when you maybe start working, or maybe you are feeding yourself. Like, okay, I can do this thing, I can do this thing. But once you have someone that can pilot your life for you, when you are still young, nothing like contentment. It's Africa that we think about, oh, I'm giving you this, you have to be content with it because I'm the one giving you. They are still little young ones. Like someone that is 7 years old now, say, okay, you have to be contented. Like, he's still young. oh, mommy, I want this. So you have them. Kids that because you don't have, they don't even know maybe you have, you don't have, because they are still young. It's when they are now growing up. My mom is trying, you know. Little by little, those things will be injected in them. Okay, there are some things I don't believe. I don't want, you know, now we are talking about parenting. There's a lot of things I don't believe on parenting, like something like beating. Yeah, something like beating. I have kids. I don't. No. Because reason is this. No, reason is this. I don't want us to go to, because that's not the topic for the day.
Okay,
do you understand?
Okay. So
yeah.
With everything I've gotten so far, I've gotten to understand that from you, from Khadija. She has said that family pressure can come from immediate family and also some part of your extended family.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Shea has also said, you know, family pressure can, you know, come from literally all activities
of life.
Yes, of life.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very good. So now, you know, when it comes to our parents, you know, or necessarily some guidance that, you know, some people might grow up with their guidance and all of that. Yeah, not necessarily just parents.
Extended family members, because in most Nigerian homes, most African homes, we don't have nuclear families staying together. There'll always be one relative from the father's side or from the mother's side.
Yeah. Very good.
That stays with them. So
yeah, very good. So what do you think is their contribution in terms of pressuring people or the youths in getting a job, the course you study in school, and also the in terms of marriage,
so
and all of that. So let's pick it one after the other.
Let me quickly come into when you're talking about things you study in school.
Okay.
For example, everybody know primary school is primary school, right? But when I come to secondary school, maybe after GS3 that you want to choose maybe you want to go to science class,
or arts,
commercial class,
or
and the
like.
For example, my dad always tell me, I want you to be a doctor. But have you studied me? Maybe I have a brain of doctor or not. Maybe I even want to be a bricklayer. You don't even study me. So what I'm used to say, tell your parent now is that study what your child is doing. Your child can actually be good in painting. But reason is this, our parents don't believe in those kind of things. Reason is because they believe that, oh, I want to tell my friends my son is a doctor. Yeah, that prestige, so they want to hone it to themselves.
Too,
do you understand?
And they are not considering the well-being of the child.
Do you get the child of the child? So that one alone is totally wrong. Anyway, we might not see it being wrong in their own time, because the more we are growing, the more things is getting clearer to us.
Yes.
But now I can easily tell you, oh, my son that is 2 years old, oh, I know what my son wants to become already.
How?
There's not how you see the traces. If you know your son very well, I'm very close to my son.
Okay.
For example, if you give my son love book, anything book, if you collect that book, he will be crying. I did not say that maybe he likes book.
Yes.
But at the same time, I study him very well that in a way that he loves to play with like crayon and the like. So he cry more.
Painting.
For example, let me say you collect this book, he cry, fine. But if you collect something like painting, he will cry more than you collecting the book. Maybe tomorrow night might bring another attitude. He's still a small child. I'm still studying him.
Yes.
But when we are growing up, the only thing our parents is giving us is, you know, Shay, I want you to go to science class. So what I was saying before I divert is that, okay, my GST, my son said, go to science class. First time I'm in science class. Second time in commercial class. Yeah. I'm telling you.
It did not work.
So SS2, I was just jumping around. When I was saying, Shay, just calm down. Just be in commercial class. This is where your brain's supposed to be.
Yes, you know for yourself that.
Then
this is
I'm just talking about the educational aspect. Okay. After my school, right, the society now came in. What did they do? Jam me from economics to history and international studies. So now the society have already even influenced you, divert you from what you want to become, and give you another thing entirely that they want you to become.
That is to say.
So now, okay, sorry, man. So now I have to kind of synchronize myself, study another thing entirely. When I was growing up, I hate reading. I didn't go to school. I cannot even read it. I'm telling you the real fact. But now, me on the level that I want to study history and international studies, I have to read and read more. But actually, yeah, it helps in some areas. But at the same time, let me say even I study because sometimes in Nigeria, I will say, maybe that's what God wants for you. Sometimes I don't believe in those things.
It's what you want.
It's what you want, God wants for you.
if you put
I might be
effort
wrong,
in
the
whatever
audience,
you
right?
want.
But sometimes it's what you want, God actually wants for you. I might be wrong, right? But that's the kind of belief I have. Because if you don't have a passion for something, God cannot just bring it for you and be doing it now. Things that you don't have passion for.
The idea starts coming.
The idea,
and then
so you have to
start
have an
executing it.
idea about it. So that's the kind of things I can mention about education. And now, for example, now let's say after the school, you are looking for a job and your uncle just call you. Hello Sheyi, I just said I just finished school. What do you study? So I study fine art. Oh, you cannot see job now. No be doctor thought say make you go read.
Yes, they want to make sure they have some
A
specific
say
in
in
whatever
your- do you get-
your
And
career.
at times they don't even have a space for you. They are just
Which space?
wanting to pretend like, okay, I want to help, but it's not qualified. Let him just. I don't know.
Do you
if
get? So now they are now having a family. I actually want to help your kid, but it doesn't qualify for the position that was open.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I can talk about the education
Okay.
aspect about the family prayer.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
very good. Since you've spoken about that, do you want to shed more light on that? Or but left to me, I want you to tackle that area of marriage, where pressure comes in terms of marriage, and looking at it from not just a general perspective as a woman, you know, looking at it from the female perspective. What do you think about pressure that comes in from marriage, from parents most especially, or from our families and extended families? How do you see that area?
Okay. I, in person, I actually do not have any form of pressure from my parents.
Okay.
I as a person. But one thing I have gotten to learn is when it comes to marriage, it is a very delicate issue. I don't know how people see it, but from experience, from the things I'm seeing even right now, when it comes to marriage, I will be very calm with my children. I wasn't pressured into marrying. I got married at 24.
Okay.
It was my choice. But I'd rather not say some things on camera. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Now, parents should learn not to pressurize their children into getting married. Joy is getting married. And so what's my business? That is how she has planned her life to be. I don't have a business with whatever time she chooses to get married. When I'm ready to get married, I will.
Okay.
That is that for that. And even in marriage, some people get pressure when it comes to their career. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. For me,
Please
being
explain
here
better.
now,
Yeah.
I should explain better. Okay, now we all know that everybody wants to work to earn a living. Now, if you were to be in the Western countries, you work
24
round
hours.
the
Yeah, of
clock.
course, of course.
You understand me? But when it comes to Nigeria, a nurse is going for night duty. The husband can just decide to start complaining. Why is she going out at night? What's she going to do? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? So there's peer pressure in every aspect of the human life, even in marriage. So in marriage, I think it's even worse. When it comes to marriage, you want to make ends meet, but still there are still certain things that are restraining you from doing those and from earning.
So if I want to
good
come,
source
if
of
I want
income.
to actually put some kind of cogent point in what you're saying,
Yeah.
to me, a lot of people in Nigeria, believe me, at least I can say 50% have issue when it comes to marriage with their parents. One, what I'm saying that is this: some parents will tell you, "I want you to marry this tribe. Don't go to this tribe."
Yes, I'm coming.
And at the
there.
same time,
Yeah.
okay, I just want to quickly jet that in.
Okay.
And at the same time, some parents will tell you, "Oh, this is the year I want you to get married." Reason is this: a lot of parents in Nigeria, let me say the olden parents, let me put it that way, they have this self prestige, like, "Oh, my son or my daughter is getting married next week. Yeah, Bulu, his son is not even married. That one is even doing nonsense in the environment." They love it. I'm telling you.
So sorry, I want you to continue, but do you feel that some parents, I'm directing this to our audience, do you feel, to my co-host and also our beautiful guests here, do you think some parents are actually the cause of some marriages that have not, gotten to where it's supposed to be because of pressure?
Of course.
Or they have definitely
Of course.
pressured
Yes.
Of course.
their
Like he was
words to
saying
do.
yes.
Of course.
Like he was saying something that Joy is getting married, or whose name did you call? I've forgotten the name.
Any name, like I'm just
Yes, he
citing
called
an
the
example.
name. There are parents like that. I know of a person whose friend got married, and few months to her own wedding, her sister is calling her to tell her that you must not do less than what Peter did.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You don't see him.
Another pressure in pressure.
Uh-huh.
She's getting married, right? You're now telling her that she shouldn't do
Less than what Do you know her pockets?
And that's why, do you know that's why some people
plans?
actually get themselves in debt to, do you know Iyataye's son, the kind of wedding you do, you have to do more than that. You have to look for money. That's under prayer on his own.
And it's not a healthy competition, you know. It is not a healthy
Wedding
competition.
is just for a day.
Yes.
Marriage is a lifetime.
Well, after that one, you go know say,
I need to dive into another area now. This is a very sensitive area. Why this area is sensitive is because it has to do with the emotional effects of pressure. The emotional effect of family pressure.
yeah.
You know, so for me, there are so many things, there are so many emotional effects of family pressure, such as depression, you know, sometimes anxiety.
Yeah, doing the bad thing in the environment, just
and
to
all
earn
of
a
that.
living.
So how do you think like we can literally, or do you have a life experience you can share with us, you know, that makes this make sense to people?
Let me tell you one thing,
Makes
right?
what to make sense, please.
What makes the pressure from family for people to understand how the pressure from family can make some people depressed, or you know, various emotional effects it can cause. So let's make people understand how
the way we coin things are indifferent, right?
Okay.
For example, me, you can't pressure me. Once I get to some certain age in my life, I have a decision to make. No matter what you are saying, I will hear you fine. But there is no how. Sometimes it will inject in what you are doing. And meanwhile, sometimes it's not everybody that can actually think the way everybody is thinking. For me now, if you like, talk to my money, say nice, what I will do is what I will do, man. I don't care. But now, let's now talk about someone that those things will not affect. Do you get? Number one thing that we should be thinking of is, once you are 18, there are some people that are very still STUPID in 18, 100%. But if you are not in that aspect, believe me, you plan your life. That's what I used to tell people. You don't need to, okay, for example, now I meet a girl today, why are you on the streets? Why are you doing all this? My family, my mommy, my daddy. Do you think, okay, if those things are not there, are you not going to earn a living?
What can you do for
My
yourself?
family, my mommy, my daddy, can I get...
No, what I mean by mommy, my dad is, maybe my dad is sick, and my mom need money for his business. I've met a lot of girls like that, that's what they will be saying.
They are not contented though.
Okay, so you feel, so now
They
we're
lack
saying
contentment.
lack of contentment now, what you're saying can also lead to pressure. No, let's say the emotional effect of pressure. Because we can be pressured, and lack of our contentment can also make us depressed from that pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to say? Like lack of contentment can also make you're depressed already from some issues. But lack of contentment from some things you're trying to use to solve those issues can also make you depressed, or you know, affect your emotions. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not saying it's trying to affect one's emotion. From the beginning, whoever is telling Mr. Jide that my father, my mother, my this is not contented. I don't know if.
But do you know, I didn't really agree with that, because the reason is this: there's a lot of time you are even contented, but the contented is even contenting you.
Okay, no, I'm not trying to tell you that. I'm not trying to tell you that. Okay, I'm not laying emphasis on contentment, because if you tell some people to be contented, they will just die of poverty.
Yes, absolutely.
What I'm trying to say is, be contented, but still have plans for your life, aspiration, goals. What do I want to achieve in life? How do I achieve them without going to the negative aspects of life? That's just what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Contented, plan your life. Plan how you intend to achieve those things. It's not that, okay, you're selling your body because you want to do this, you want to do that. Your father is sick, your mother is sick. How about doing certain things that will bring legit money to you?
Yeah.
Most times when you are doing all these things, when you are doing legit work with the help of God, you get help from men. We know God cannot come down from heaven to help you. But at least there's a way you will arrange your life, and you will meet with people that will also help your life. Not that, okay, because this person is doing this and my father is this, I want to help my. You can't help your father.
You can't.
God has said you should.
Do you know? I used to, sorry to cut you off here. Do you know? I used to tell myself that as a parent, you're supposed to build your kids the way Fulani are doing. But I might not be all the Fulani, but I know some that they are need. They will build a house for them, set them up.
Thank you very much.
Wait, let me talk to you. Set them up. It's my responsibility to see my kids in a way that, my kid is done for life. Like, I will set you up in a way that they will not lack anything. So now your own now kids, now you have to set your kids up. Do you understand? I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I was born in a way that I have to hustle. But at the same time, I was like, oh no, I don't want this for my kids. So let me change that narrative from my own end. If my own parents cannot do it for me,
That
right?
was why
Do
I
it
said
for-
I'm not laying emphasis on contentment, because if you tell some people to be contented, they will die of poverty. Yes.
And there's another point.
Why I said
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
That point.
there's
You
another
know.
point I would love to add when we are talking about parenting. Sorry for us to just go back.
Okay.
It's very, very bad for parents because when I was growing up, my dad, I don't know if he's listening now, he used to compare me with my siblings.
Comparison. I hate
Comparison. Sheyi, you don't even know anything. I'm telling you to the life now. I'm telling you fast, bro. And that thing really, when they say
Affected
It's about
yeah.
low self-esteem.
I'm telling. So that time, if I want to do something, I'll first think like
We're
1
going to
billion
our
times.
next questions from that. Yes, now, before we go there, let me ask this question so
Okay.
you continue from where we
Okay.
stopped. So now, the question is, why do parents do this? Why do parents do all
No,
of this?
I think that time they always think that maybe if they do a comparison, you'll be able to sit up. Maybe that's their own thinking.
Not
I'm just
caring
thinking for
about
them.
your mental
Right.
health and all
They
of
might be
that.
thinking that way, but at the same time, a small kids is affecting you or kids gradually. That time, bro, if I mean,
Especially,
yeah.
It's not that time. It's still happening presently. I'm sorry to cut.
No reason why I'm saying it might be different now because now you
You
have.
are relating it to your own person.
Yeah, I'm telling you that because that time I didn't even have anybody to talk to.
Talk to, yeah.
But now, for example, now kids maybe in school they can easily talk to their teacher or something. That time, your parents will scold you before you go to school again. They will do you understand? So you don't have anybody to
collect
speak. You don't have
everywhere.
anybody. In church, I'm talking about personal experience now. In church, I have to go to toilet when they are reading Bible. Because if I want to read sometimes, I'll be like, imagine you don't even know anything. So that thing alone. Now,
Yes,
among
make
your
you
peer
know.
group, that one alone, bro, if you ask me like maybe like, let me say like 25 years ago that you be today, you be speaking like that, say me, I can bet my life. So if I do something like that, just go and kill me. I can bet my life. I'm telling you, that's how bad it was.
Do you remember that from the beginning I said there's pressure everywhere? You can imagine you being pressurized even in church. Is it supposed to be?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But as time goes on, but as time goes on, I was like, no, Shay, you just have to bring yourself up. Leave that kind of you can do it.
True.
So little by little, I'm trying to survive on my own and the likes. But that comparison parents used to do from a child to another child is very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. I'm telling you. It won't even allow the other kids to do more. You just be
to do better
looking and
too.
be dull. Because that's it, there's no how. Because, for example, now let me say my son do something wrong in the house now. I just have fun now. Because that's actually the way. Another way I can actually appreciate my dad is sometimes if something happened. The way
Yeah.
he talk to me like a guy to guy. Guy, what's up? I will go run this thing. That's my dad for you. That's my parents for you. But that area of comparison
It was not good.
at all,
It was not good.
at all.
That's
At
very
all.
good. With the little take home I'm getting from Mrs. Khadija, what she has said basically is be contented, but does not mean you should settle for less.
Yes.
Yes, so be contented, but does not mean you should settle for less. I know Mr. Shea has also said some parents who, with the question I asked, some parents who choose to do most of these things, they are doing it out of, to them it might be out of love. But they are not putting in consideration
Consideration of that
your,
person.
yes,
Yes.
your mental health
Yes.
and all. They are trying to
Yes.
think for you, which
Because
is
that
wrong.
time, even till date, I'll be thinking maybe that's their ideology then. That's the way
Okay.
they think. Because we asked my dad now, how many times do you speak to your dad? You say 7 times. You dare not speak. That was their own regime. You dare not speak to my dad. You cannot even go and meet him. So you see the things. You see those things are changing. That's why I said things are changing gradually, from what they experience, from
To
what
what
we
we
experience,
would
and what our
our
kids will
children,
experience. So
yes.
things are changing and it's getting better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, my father likes specific kind of profession, like you were saying, father of it this, father of it that. The one thing I found out about him was, even when it was not being a reality like he actually wanted it,
Good.
he did not pressurize us.
Mm.
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
He wanted a doctor. We are 5 girls. My father wanted
Hey.
a doctor amongst us. He wanted a medical practitioner. Let me use
Okay.
that word. So either a doctor or
Or a
a
nurse.
The nurse,
Okay.
yes, one
Now,
of them.
My immediate younger sister, the day she was to pick a JAM exams, she was to also pick School of Nursing at Gwagwalada. So you can see that the both of them were crashing. Do you know that she left JAM to go and write the School of Nursing exam? And we know how these things are.
Wow.
She didn't get it.
Wow.
Then at the end of the day, he just felt, okay, let these children do what they want
To
but
do.
to the glory of God.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
His last child, which is our last daughter, she's a nurse now.
Oh, nice.
And I think that man is very proud of the father.
Finally.
You know, I just
That's
believe
good.
I just believe that why parents do actually do those kind of things because of the prestige they want to have among their peer group.
Yes.
To
you
me,
want to feel
because
like
a lot
they
of
have
time when my dad is
all
talking about,
areas covered.
my dad is like, I have 6 kids, all of them are graduated from university. Well, like, they'll be discussing and we'll be here. And I think, so that prestige, I think that's the kind of things they love.
They love,
And that's why, when they want to speak, they will have that kind of bosom, like, yeah, that pride,
At
So
times,
That's
when
good.
situations arise, you hear my dad telling somebody that, me, I'm a very proud man. Yes, what he says is most times I'll be like, hey, when they don't go for this, my hand
That's-
no deal.
That's very good. That's very good. All right, moving on. So now I want to ask this very special question. It is pressure, family pressure, and how social media helps to amplify it. Because from my own end, the little contribution I'll say is how social media helps to escalate it or make it worse is from some contents some people see. And these people that post this content, they might just post it from the niceness of their hearts. Imagine you as a firstborn of a family. You don't have a car. You don't have, and you're maybe 40s. And you just open your phone one day and you see one lady of like 28, 29 carrying her 2 parents,
Yeah.
you know, with the blindfold,
Yeah.
taking them with the key, building a house and all
Yeah.
of that for them. I feel, that might not be something that will just make you feel some kind of a want.
You know,
but it will
you know,
affect your personal
okay.
It's your
mindset and
Yeah.
yes, your mindset. I'm like,
Okay.
why me?
And
Should
you know, I like what Mr. Sheyi said earlier.
okay.
You cannot pressurize me.
But it's not every. Okay, for
It's not
example,
everybody that is like him.
for example, look at
because he knows what he wants. Some people don't even know what they want, even at some certain age. They don't know what they want. So I feel.
Look at Judy, for example. Look at the program I went for on Tuesday, when they are talking about things youth syndrome,
yeah,
something like that.
fast money
Fast money and the
syndrome,
likes.
something like that.
But
Yes.
this is how this thing works. There are some areas that social media is not helping. Reason is this: mostly our content creators, they don't show the progress on how they are achieving some things in life. They just show the finished way. Now, someone that doesn't have a brain to think about it, that these people have been working silently before they achieve this, it will have another negative impact on that person. For example, like this, yeah. Let me say tomorrow now. We started this mind aligned like a month ago or 2 months ago, right? Jide? Let's say tomorrow now, I just bought a house, I bought G-Wagon, I just put it outside there. Number one thing is, why am I posting this thing outside there? Is it for them to clap for me? Fine, it's good to upload your achievements so that people can learn from you. But if you want to do that, try to show
them
people
the
your
process.
progress.
Yeah, the process.
How
they
you
use.
live before. What you are doing different. That, hey, man, you can't just make the sun to just shine like that. Oh, but these are the progress you can do. So that people, so you not be sending a negative message out there. It's not everybody can think in the same way that this guy has been hustling. No.
Yes, yes.
You know, and if you look at our content very, very well, sometimes 2 months, 3 months, they don't buy car, they don't buy house. So what are you, the narrative you are now giving the young generation that is coming? So I think our content creators are supposed to do more in that aspect. You know, sorry, man. You always carry your phone and say, hey, carry your phone and say, yo, mom, I bought this, I bought this is what happened on my YouTube. I have this view, and this is the content I put out there so that people can learn.
So I feel sometimes, since people have monetized most of these things, some people choose to hoard information, which is not good. Because at the end of the day, if we leave this earth, we'll live with everything we know without giving people the knowledge we have.
Yeah.
So some people hoard information that can actually help us, that can actually help relieve the pressure we have sometimes, because the internet is a wide space. And we can learn almost anything from there.
Okay.
Do you know that not all content creators are just doing that as a sole business?
Yes,
They do
other things, but they don't
So
talk about
should-
it.
thank
They
you.
don't.
That's
Yes.
one thing they should let the youth know, that it's not just about carrying my camera. Okay, I'm cooking fried rice. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. There are other things they do. They do other things aside that content creation, which gives them money. They
But
should
there
let
are
them know
some
that
things.
life is
There are
a
some things they
process.
might be doing that they are not proud of. So do you want them to
That's
also
the-
tell people that?
That's another problem.
That's why the
So
social
which
media-
picture are you now putting out there for people to learn from you?
Okay.
So which picture are they putting out there for people to learn from? Do you understand? So to me, if you want to die, and still be laughing. And you want to look back and say, oh, the legacy I actually put down there is actually a good legacy that people can learn from. I believe that's how life's supposed to be. But you are doing something in corner and you are bringing the results out for people to learn from the nonsense you are doing. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Not at all.
You know,
not at
so
all.
social media should help in a way that show people's progress so that they can learn from. Once they learn from, they can actually do that in their own way of life as well, and that might work for them.
That's very good. That's very good. So I would come to this question, and this should be about the last one before we round up very soon.
Okay.
So now, we want to know the battles, the silent battles African youth. I don't just want to generalize or say, sorry, just make it particular to Nigeria. Okay. What do you think are some silent battles African youths fight silently that, they don't want people to know? For example, myself, I feel, in as much I might not say necessarily family pressure, but I feel there is societal pressure.
Absolutely.
For me.
Yeah, of course.
And there are some silent battles I fight. I know I might have shared, yes, some societal pressure.
Okay.
There are some silent battles I fight. So I feel, for example, myself, I feel I deserve more with the kind of, yes, from the kind of content and all of that I put out there. I feel I deserve more. But, when you don't get all of that, it's depressing sometimes.
Absolutely. But can I tell you one thing? Number one thing I used to tell people is, if you are feeling like you are not getting more out of what you are doing, look at the person that is getting more. What is doing different that you are not doing, that is making it to get more? You don't understand it now. For example, I'm a content creator, for example, and I'm not having view. So what is the niche the other people are doing that is making them to have more view? And meanwhile, thank God you're a content creator too. A lot of people are sponsoring this thing. But you will not know.
Yes,
their content.
And you're right.
You will not know. Hold on. You will not know. You'll be having 100 views. Someone that is content doesn't even reach your own will be having like 1.something million.
And they put it
out there.
Yes.
So the question is, number one, if you are not getting something that is very, very good out of what you are doing, check someone that is doing good more than you, that is doing better more than you, and study the person. What is this person doing different that I'm not doing? But in Nigeria or in Africa, most of the things we do is we envy someone that is even doing more than us, which is very, very wrong. Because I used to tell people, anybody that is doing more than you, don't envy the person. Learn what that person is doing that you are not doing well.
And improve yourself.
Like I also do classroom teaching aside what we are doing now.
Oh.
Do you know that I learn from even the smallest child that I teach?
Okay.
At times when I'm teaching them and they are trying to say something, I'll say, okay, I'm listening. And at the end of the day, most times I end up learning from them. That's what I do. When a child is saying so, if you say, I can even shout on my own kids, I can tell them, keep quiet. But I have a son that when he's talking, I'll say, dictionary, I'm listening. I might be laughing. But most times I even tell their parents, I say, I'm learning from them.
Absolutely.
I might be older than them. There are certain things that I would have to inculcate into them. But do you know that in the process of teaching them, I'm also learning from them? So whatever it is that you are doing, learn from
people.
Others.
Do you know in my house? Let me pause for a minute. Do you know in my house? If you come to my house, ask any color. Me and my wife might not even know it, but my son, that is just 2 years old, he will tell you the color. Any color in this life, bring it on.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
But ask me and my wife, Kenny.
Don't try that with me
Jesus
too.
Christ of Nazareth. She's
me
watching
too.
me. She's laughing. I'm telling you, bring any
good.
color on, bro. He will tell you the name of that color.
These are the things we're supposed to be open to.
What do you mean?
When your son is saying things that you know you don't know, what do?
We'll just be clapping. We'll be just like, hey, okay, go ahead. So we are learning, actually.
That's what
we are learning. Do you know a lot of things I've learned from my son? No worry. Hey.
And that's good. That's good. So this topic is so interesting. I don't feel like leaving here today. It's like I'll keep on being the host here. But so now, we have spoken about all of these. Yeah. We have spoken about the impact, physical, emotional, and all of that. So now we want to
talk about the solution.
Talk about possible solutions.
Yeah.
Possible solutions that we can, or approaches we can take to. We cannot avoid pressure totally, but approaches we can take personally.
Yeah, for example, in Africa, let me say in Nigeria very well, we honor people that actually they are superior to us. So in the line of that honoring, we kind of inculcate what they say, because just want to I want to honor these people, in which your own peace is insanity. So now, what I'm thinking is, a part of once you get to some certain age, and you can actually think for yourself. But at the same time, you have to look at the environment very well. If you think you can think for yourself, you can do it for yourself, they will leave you, go and do it now. Nobody will support you. But there's some way we can get some things done. For example, do you know tomorrow if I want to get something from you, there are some tone I will use that you will not give me.
True.
And there are some tone I will use that you can give me more.
Yes.
So
true.
we youth need to study that. We need to learn that.
Manner of approach. We need to improve on
manner
our
of approach. That, Daddy, this thing you tell I should learn. Or mommy, this thing you tell I should learn. I'm not good in this aspect, but can you just permit me to just, say it in a way that respect them.
Our Gen Zs will not respect you. They will tell it to your face.
And the question is this, this. I said something
So
earlier.
I
said the way you now say it, now I'm not supporting you anymore now. If they don't support you anymore, that's what you want to achieve. You not achieve it now.
Yes.
Because number one, your parents not supporting you. Your peer group is not supporting you. Nobody is supporting you. So who will support you?
You support yourself again.
How you want to support?
I'm of the opinion
Okay.
that two things can be the solution to the question you asked.
Okay.
First, mentorship. Mentorship. Now, you having a mentor, I'll tell children that I teach. Aside classroom teaching, I also teach in church. I'll tell them, I don't have a mentor. I see Mr. Shea. I like how he dresses. I pick that from him, and I can begin to dress like that. I meet Mr. Jide. I like the way he speaks, and I'll begin to speak like him. Do you know why? Because I don't want to be like anybody. I'm saying it publicly now. I don't want to be like anybody because I don't know the secret battles that person is fighting. So
yes.
I don't want to be like you. I only want to take something from you. Are you getting me? Work on myself. Be like you in that aspect. Not everything about your life generally. Now, I might not remember this thing word to word, but there's this intentional parenting. There's an academic that
Like that.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's owned by Wendy Ologia or something like that. I love that woman very, very high. I always read her write-ups. They have they even have that they have a separate school for the boys and for the girls where they mentor young children.
Okay.
So it is important that as parents they should enroll in such programs for themselves where they learn parenting tips, and then they can now enroll the what's it called
The children too. The
the
boys
female
and the
male,
girls. Yes.
academic, so that
Okay.
they'll get mentors that if they are afraid of approaching their parents, they can approach their mentors. Those mentors now will now stand as the number two solution I have, which is counseling. Some children are afraid of their parents. If I see my dad now, I can see him far away from me.
So what you're saying is parents also should learn parenting.
Yes, they should learn parenting, because when they learn parenting, they will not be pressurizing the children.
Oh, so
But and at the same time, people's ideology are different. For example, I mentioned something earlier. I said, I don't believe in beating kids.
yeah.
Some people like, it's when I beat you that you hear. Do you get? So people's ideology are different.
That's why I said they should learn parenting.
So now if someone is learning from me now.
I remember the name of the academy. I think it's the intentional parent tip.
Okay. So for example,
that's what they do. They'll teach you as a parent how to take care of this.
The question is, those people might not work for. Do you understand?
That's
why I said
people teach might not work for
yes.
everybody.
That's why I said, for example.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Follow her.
No. The question is this: that person too is reading something that someone wrote.
It might
down.
not work for everybody.
So it's affect. No. That's why I mentioned something earlier. I said ideology.
Are you saying you can't learn parenting?
No, you can learn.
You can learn. This is what I'm saying.
Their method of
that
parenting
method might not work for everybody. Reason is
I'm
this.
saying you should follow it 100%. You're not following it 100%.
Okay.
You are learning. You are getting tips of how to become a better parent.
Oh, okay.
That's just what I mean. I'm not saying
good.
I must follow her.
Okay.
Now those mentors that they will now introduce those children to, they will now stand as counselors, because there are children that are afraid of their parents. Are you not aware that there are some children that when their dad is coming from work,
they run. They will go and everybody will run.
My son will be at the door. Once he hear my car like this, don't worry.
Okay, now I think you're trying to get, because there are different types of parents.
Yes, absolutely.
There was no pressure, but by that,
when
was the military
wait, bro. When
so by the time you hear his car, the car, or pim, all of us have run away.
My dad is a retired retired Navy.
Oh, wow.
As in
You two used to run away?
no.
Oh, my God.
Everybody
You are
that
lucky.
knows me and my father together.
Okay.
In fact, somebody was telling me that, are you sure you can travel out and leave your father? I said, when you reach money matter.
I will go.
Even daddy will say, go,
I
go.
will go. And I know my father, he will say,
He will say you
But
should
even
go,
when I was
definitely.
coming, he was like, where are you going to? I saw him on the way.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Papa. He said, where are you going to? I said, they go also at the car. And he was just looking at me. But if it's some children, they will be hiding. No, I don't want that for my children.
That's why I said. That's why I said
I
is.
don't want that
That's why I
for
said
anything.
is getting better, because the more we live in this world, the more
The
we're
more
exposed
we-
to some
yes.
kind
I'm
of
trying
thing.
to tell you that even back then, there are still parents that are accessible. My mom now will tell her that, you sure say now you born me. That's how bad it could be. But my dad was not always around. Me in particular, I don't know of any other of his child. I was very close to
But
my
can
father.
I quickly eat something in?
Okay.
I believe something. Yeah, I believe on something like, for example, Jide, anything that happens to me before me getting
Yeah.
here, that reflection will telling you on me, and I will reflect
Your
it to you.
actions, yes.
Now,
from
for
your
example,
actions,
let's say
okay.
my parents are kind of person that is struggling to make it in life, that they are having difficulties. For example, maybe they are coming from outside now, like, oh, man, I'm going no more. What's this kid's going to eat? That one already degraded, like it's affecting them already. Now getting home, you are not doing nonsense. Before they will first shout at you.
Or you
But
collect.
now look at it. You can even collect slap.
collect,
But now let's say you have a rest of mind kind of person, like everything is there for you. There's no how it will tell on your kids. Do you get? But no, but let me finish. But at the same time, that because of what is happening to you
Yes.
it must not justify the way you react
To other people.
to
your
other
children,
people or to your
yes,
children. Do you get? For example, now I'm coming here, maybe rain just beats me from outside, and I'm wet. That I must not transfer that aggression
To
on you,
yours, yes.
because you're not the one that says you go and enter in. But we are getting it. But we are getting it wrong. So that's the kind of another area we supposed to change about. Even not even parents, everybody.
Everybody
Everybody.
generally.
No matter what you are going through, must not reflect in. Don't transfer aggression to another person. Because once you transfer that aggression, that person will not be angry now. That one will not transfer. That's the same thing that is happening. Sorry, Lagos people.
Yes,
That's happening in Lagos when they are inside hold up.
We're already running out of time. So our audience out there, this is a beautiful topic. We have literally listed out possible solutions that can work for. We'll not say everything must work for you.
Yes.
But possible solutions that might work for the Nigerian youth or African youths in Africa, in diaspora, different parts of the world, that are willing to take or go out of family pressure, obviously handle family pressure
Yeah.
and still, build themselves better. So from Mr. Sheyi, I have learned a lot. He spoke about how we could, learn from ourselves and also learn to work on our emotions. And because somebody pisses you off outside does not mean you come with that aggression and transfer it to your children or your words or your family members around you. And also, Mrs. Khadijat has also contributed and said, contentment comes in handy, and also because you're contented.
I think we have
doesn't mean you
some
should settle for
questions
less.
in our social media platform.
Okay,
which I
all right.
will- Yeah, please.
All right, we have some
Are the
questions.
questions ready?
Yeah,
Are
they're
the
ready.
questions
Yeah,
ready?
they're ready.
Yeah, I wanted to list out the solutions to this peer pressure.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's just quickly take the question, so we can. Where's
Okay,
the question, please?
let's take some questions. Let's take some questions. Where are they coming in from?
Okay. So I have a question here, Jide.
Okay, all right, very good. So
Yeah, I
over
have
to you, Mr. Sheyi.
Yeah,
What's
someone
the
said,
question?
"How can I heal from family prayer?" The
How
person,
can
the
I
person,
heal?
the person is having issue with family prayer. Now maybe the thing is actually itching the person so much. So the person now asks, "How can I heal
Wow,
from family prayer?"
that's deep. Well, from me, my contribution is you need to see a therapist, because you need to talk to somebody about it.
Do you know therapist is
What is the
therapist even? Do you know, wait, therapist even going to through the family prayer.
Hi, oh
They are
my
hiding
God.
it. But now,
Oh
what
my
can you
God.
say on your own perspective that how can I heal from a family prayer?
Wow.
Number one, you're supposed to study what is itching you from that family prayer. Once you know that, because once you know your problem, you know how to solve it. if a family pressure is itching you to an extent that you don't even know how to control it, number one thing you should do is, to me, number one thing I used to do is, I used to look at myself in the mirror. Okay, this family pressure that is affecting me, so I'll be talking with myself. Don't talk to anybody, because the idea people will give you or the advice people will give you might even make you to do wrong. For example, I went to go and meet someone that is smoking go, and I tell the person, please, I'm having family pressure, this thing. How can I? He says, take ganja. So now, it's yourself that can solve your problem. To be honest, in this aspect, look yourself in the mirror. This is you. This family pressure is itching me. What can I do? So now it depends on where that family pressure is coming from. If it's coming from your parents, number one, go and meet your parents. Talk to them. Once you're at that age where you can talk, that age where you can talk.
Now, Mr. Judy, I'm not cutting you short, but
okay.
I want you to let that person know that talking does not mean you should be rude to your parents.
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. So now you have to talk to your parents. But if it's coming from, let me be like a peer group or a siblings, number one thing I used to tell people, I don't know how everything works. Once you are growing up, you need to step your game up. Because number one, no family will come for you.
Nobody.
No siblings will come for you. That's just a fact. It's when you are making it, they will be coming. That's just a fact. But now, if you now see your siblings doing more than you, study your siblings. Okay, my siblings is into business. What business is doing? Okay, it's into this business. Okay, me, I'm working as a salary earning. Okay, why salary earning? Okay, what time do I have a time to do another extra thing to earn for myself? Because the question is this, a lot of us actually base our life on salary. And after 15 years, we go back to zero.
Nothing to
salary is slavery. If once everybody knows that, you know that, oh, once I'm earning that salary, I need to be doing another business that will be earning me another income. I don't know. I wish the question, and the person that asked the question can actually tell us the area where that family prayer is coming from. So we know exactly what we are tackling. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's only my own little contribution to that.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
I believe that person should just first of all believe in his or herself.
Yes, I agree to that. Okay, 100%.
Like he was saying, you look at the mirror. I'm Khadijat. I am beautiful. The Bible says I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I can do this. I can do that. I don't know if
of course,
when you believe in yourself, whatever pressure that is coming from wherever, it's no longer your business. Believing in yourself, that's the first solution to that person's pressure.
Very good. So our wonderful viewers, guests, fans, supporters all over the world, and family too, because some might be watching. You all have heard the answers to the questions, suggested answers from my co-host here and our beautiful guest. They said, first believe in yourself, and you should know where the family problem is coming from so you can tackle it properly. And that's being said, it's so sad, but we have to come to the end of this.
I think she said I think that's the only question we have for now. Yeah. But I think she said she wants to say something.
Okay, you said you wanted to list out the solutions. Okay, please
do go ahead.
List out the solutions.
Okay.
Okay.
The second one is counseling.
Okay.
Get counsel from people that maybe they might not necessarily have experienced what you're experiencing now. You're getting counseling, you're getting mentorship. Counseling, believing in yourself, and mentorship. I think those are three solutions.
But you have to choose your mentorship very well. Yes, if you like, go choose your mentorship from someone that is doing something behind, and later you will go here.
You will mentor me.
No, that's why I'm telling you that for me, I don't need 100% mentorship.
You just need to pick one thing
what works for you. Yeah,
perfect. But do you actually know? Sorry to just say this. A lot of people don't know what is wrong to what is bad. I'm telling you. A lot of time I'll be telling my wife at home that this was supposed to know this. My wife say, baby,
you can't assume for people.
The way people are so mentally derailed.
Yes.
Hey!
That's why I said one big mistake most people make is expecting people to think the same way they think.
Bro, do you know it's
one of the biggest.
I didn't even know that before.
Are you not an adult? Yeah, you're supposed to see this and say, but no, you can't blame them, So, well, at this point, this topic is just going on and on and on and on. But I would like to say thank you to all our viewers, all our friends, families that have been watching. Today's topic was very interesting and engaging, and
Go ahead.
Also need to appreciate ourselves too, and Mr. Sheyi,
Yeah.
thank you so much, for contributing a
Yeah,
lot.
because I want to tell the audience, I want you to stay true, stay bold, and never let the noise to drown you down. Don't ever allow the society to anything you are doing for yourself. Keep on doing it, but doing it in a rightful way, so that it can work for you better. Do you get? So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all. As usual, as we do say,
Yes,
we say,
mind aligned, one talk, same mind.